up, everybody? Welcome to a new video, new vibes on my channel. You're always welcome to my channel. My name is Keionna, for those of you who don't know. And as always, please make sure you guys are signed into YouTube to subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell to join the notification crew and sprinkle some love on that like button to better help this channel grow. If you like this video, if you are a new subscriber, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you are new here, I run a book club here each month, and Reading Out Loud Book Club capped last month off with this book right here. It's titled The Heart of the Soul, Emotional Awareness by Gary Zukav and his wife Linda Francis. I personally feel like it is really great practice to practice emotional awareness, and in this book we revisit some of the teachings from The Seed of the Soul by Gary Zukav, but in a more elevated way, where there's some reiteration about the difference between authentic power and external power, where authentic power is to inauthentic power as internal power is to external power. In order to achieve authentic power, we have to become emotionally aware. Otherwise, we won't be able to align our personalities with our souls. If you haven't already watched my video review for The Seed of the Soul by Gary Zukav, you might want to go watch that video first and then come back to this video so that we can have our discussion for The Heart of the Soul by Gary Zukav and Linda Francis. Heart of the Soul was somewhat of a lightweight read, and I don't remember The Seed of the Soul being this lightweight, so that was an aspect that I really enjoyed about reading this book. I feel like just being human alone and having the human experience is a lot of work within itself, and we don't need books making it any harder. If you want access to the free abridged audiobook to this 3-part book, then the link is going to be in my description bar down below, so you guys can check that out if you want to read or follow along to that book. Then we can have our discussion in the comment section down below. But this book was really easy on the eyes and not really long chapters, so it's easy to nibble on here and there, but really jam-packed with insight. These are really good books, and now that I'm more mature, I feel like I'm able to really absorb it all and really just take it all in. The Heart of the Soul is the second coming book to The Seed of the Soul, and I feel like it just breathes a new life and it gives it a deeper meaning, especially for me reading it 8 years later. I actually listened to this audiobook twice, and at first I didn't really like it, but the second time it hit way different. I feel like I can listen to the audiobook over and over, and I'll be honest and say that this is my least favorite book of the two, and now I really want to read a good fiction or fantasy novel because I've been reading a lot of self-help lately. But I will share some of my likes of this book. I really like the flow of this book. I like how it flows from one topic to another. I really like how it relates everything back to emotions and how it explains how emotions come to us. I really like how it holds the readers accountable for their own emotions, and how it emphasizes not trying to change other people, but rather looking within and changing ourselves. It encourages us to change and to not just let life happen to us, but to become an active participant in the school of life. Life is a school that is rich with learning opportunities everywhere, so you stop thinking that everything is a personal attack on you, and rather you see it as everyone is just being the main character of their own life and it has nothing to do with you. Also, like how it talks about how every emotion is a class, like in school. So if you're experiencing any given emotion, essentially you are in a class for that emotion, and depending on the way that an emotion is processed, it falls into either one of two categories, which is fear and love. I was surprised by this book's many functions, as it serves as a guide to help you scan your body of any pain and illnesses caused by emotions. This is another book that encourages you to do the work with associated journal prompts to assist you. This book comes with exercises for you to practice. That's one of the differences that I noticed in this book from The Seed of the Soul. And also it has these cute little illustrations inside of them as well. That's another difference between this book and The Seed of the Soul. The Heart of the Soul helps us understand our emotions a lot better and helps us to see them more clearly. It helps us identify our feelings and focus on the way that our feelings truly make us feel, even on a physical level, and whether we feel the way that we feel for external validation or for internal gratification. Their goal is simply to make this world a better place by hopefully changing the hearts of others, and I really like that that is their mission, which is increasing compassion. I get the vibes that the authors truly care about their readers, being that they want to help us live less painful lives. I get this sense of compassion coming from the authors, which is directly related to what this book talks about, which is compassion and ultimately a more healed life. Those of you who are interested in chakra work, it offers some really insightful information and advice about that in the book as well. It covers drug and alcohol addiction. They make use of a lot of different analogies. There's a lot of analogies on water, mountains, ships, and animals, different things like that. It teaches us the art of detachment, how to observe our emotions and the way that they are processed. Essentially, there is a process to emotions, much like the other bodily processes that we have, such as digestion. It equips us with the necessary knowledge of knowing how our emotions go through this energetic process and the way that the emotions show up through us, essentially so that we are not running away from our emotions or running away from our lives or our problems whenever emotions arise, and that we stay with those emotions as we go through the experience of them.